I know that. Welcome to True Against Tato Deathmatch World Cup. Lower bracket round 3. And nobody would have expected to see these two in the lower bracket today. And the settings are Byzantines on Golden Swamp. We still have that problem with the wrecks that they are a slower speed than they should be. And I want to catch up to live games eventually, so I might watch parts of this series on double speed actually, which is a bit faster than it should be. Yeah, sorry for you YouTube viewers that it isn't like the right speed. Couldn't catch this one live today. So yeah, welcome everybody. True versus Tato. I'm still in the series I tried to cast before. True against Daywalker. Daywalker already losing a village. 2 villagers working away on the docks. Very important on Golden Swamp. We see some camels out for True. That's probably just 1 camel to defend the original scout, and then you switch into paladins, which are better against halberdiers, better against arbalists. Even though we probably won't see too many arbalists here, because your gold and wood should go to chips, which are coming out. There we have the galleon already. So Byzantine can get a bonus on their fire ships. I'm interested to see whether we're going to see fire ships, but it doesn't look like it. Both players going for demos and galleons so far. Actually, Daywalker starting with galleons. I think that might be a mistake. I would think that it's probably better to start with demos. Didn't do much research on Byzantines on Golden Swarm. Pretty close map generation, actually. So you have that thin island in the middle there. And the docks are actually on the same screen. So yeah, very close docks there. Daywalker with a massive pop advantage of 38 to 19. And we have a little bit of lag. Stream is still live. I just resort to Rex tomorrow. We're gonna watch this. I'm confident we'll get better, right? 11 villagers to 6 though for True. True simply didn't go for as many land buildings, so it only won 3 racks. 2 stables, well, as opposed to 3 racks and 2 stables on the other side too. So they actually did go for the same build order. Wonder why True had so much less pop then, but has so much more villagers. Well, I don't know. But I really like that castle from True on the way to the middle. That paladin says no though, that he does not like that castle too much. 470 HP on it, shouldn't be taken down that easily. 2 or 3 demo hits might be able to do something here, but the fleet of True is there to protect these 2 very lovely castles as stepstones towards the middle. I think that's the right approach to Golden Swamp. No buildings on the water yet for Daywalker. 2 towers now coming up. Villagers trying to get back into their castle. Paladin being sniped. So yeah, now everybody getting their fleets up. 35 to 29 galleons, pretty equal numbers. Some halberdiers. Halberdiers, for weird reasons of game history, have bonus attack against ships. So can actually get some nice hits off here with the demos. Nice move from Daywalker to have them as the meat shield for the demolition ships. Demolition ships moving in. That's so good damage for Daywalker. My god, even getting the villagers on the castle. Nice job. Sending the halberdiers up first, demos after. Beautifully done from Mr. Daywalker, and Kellen is in trouble here. Kellen, the real name of True Train Before Rising Star. Obviously, you know each other, so I might not consistently call him True. Apologize for that. Daywalker's fleet now the return the favor by the halberdiers here. Doesn't have the demos behind it though, so not as punishing as it was before for Daywalker, sitting with only 95 to 84 KD. Would have expected it to be worse after this, but obviously also lost a lot of pikemen, which aren't that important, but also count as 1 item in the KD. You might scream now. These guys, they are people, not items, but in deathmatch, certainly treated like items. Hate to say. Some looping around there, but won't find anything, right? These castles, nice home base there. Castle still hasn't been built yet, but True's fleet is here. 35 to 58. So don't really know why True's taking that fight. Okay, now catching some fire there. There's also demos mixed in there. Aren't being moved forward, now coming forward, but should be targeted down. At least killed one galleon. So better than I expected. Not the most amazing demo shots though. Villager's still super low for both. Both kind of going all in on the water. Losing a lot of wills on the way to the middle. At least True. Daywalker having a bit more. Not with the greatest Eco expansion though. Now working on his 5th TC. Kellen working on his 4th additional TC. That fight, I still think should be. As some cannon gains in there who aren't doing too much, providing too much to the battle. So it's actually not as bad for True as the overall numbers would suggest. And he has more ships here. How does True have a military lead after that catastrophic fight for him there? Some nice work here to block off parts of the army of Daywalker. Daywalker is out of wood. Big issue there. Kellen did use the market, I saw that. Probably even to buy wood. Very rare resource in this. You make halberdiers who are costing wood. Both players are going for quite some halberdiers. Kellen now with more forward here to encounter that fleet there. Yeah, Flufen, if you could check if the stream title is right. Should say Tado against True. And yeah, don't hesitate to tell me if anything's wrong. This is very unprepared for casting this series, because I will literally just got home and tried to load up my PC 1 hour after everything started at the same time in Deathmatch World Cup. Originally also wanted to cast yesterday. And now looking good for the Deathmatch World Cup 1 champion, Mr. True. 30 ships there, and where was that galleon going? Some bit of a gather point issue here for Tado. Probably thought of sending out his demos, but that's not how you send out demos in DM. You need like at least 10 for them to have an effect. Like sending individual demos like after fire ships as in RM doesn't really work that well. Welcome, Camrad! Who almost made it into playing this main event. Never mind. Let's talk about the game. GG, well played. Daywalker does call it. Really thought Daywalker would take that home after that amazing fight with the demos he had here. But Kellen manages to pull it back. Really doesn't want to go out today. Out of Deathmatch World Cup for his own tournament organized by him. And again, he was kicked to the loser bracket really early. Same for Daywalker. Both stayed in long in Deathmatch World Cup 3. Daywalker also making it to the semifinals winner bracket there. While Kellen lost in round 1 last year too. But beat his way through the loser bracket. Something that he's looking at doing again, being 1-0 up in the round 3 of the lower bracket against Daywalker. It's honestly really a heartbreaking series that I'm casting right now. Because it does mean that one of these two, like, central people to Deathmatch will go out in round 3 of Deathmatch World Cup 4. Which for them is very early. So, Daywalker, the one picking the civs here and the map. And he picked Arabia, Huns and Spanish. Guys in chat, what would you have picked out of these two? The opposing player is picking his civs. You can see the settings here at the top, at the bottom. So True had the choice between Huns and Spanish, and he went for the Huns. Do you agree with that choice? Would you have picked Spanish? Write your comments in the chat while we start into game 2. True against Daywalker. Let me think myself what I would do. I have probably preferred Spanish actually. Like, you can't really rush with the Huns there. And later on... But then the point is, what do Kongs do against care butchers, right? Not too much. Yeah, maybe Huns the better pick. But I like the selection. Like, it's not completely obvious. Like Huns versus Gauss or... Byzantine Burgundians versus Sicilians, where it's like super Civ win every time we've seen it. And I know there's people who think like Huns and Goths is a equal matchup, but you know me. You know I love Goths, and every game I've seen in Deathmatch World Cup so far, Huns vs Goths, we've seen a lot of them for some reason. The Goths have always won. Haven't seen Huns vs Spanish yet, so let's see. Spanish seem better all around. Yeah, we saw Japanese versus Spanish yesterday in one series. And actually, the one picking also went for Spanish and lost really hard. But it was a close game. It was, I think, Daywalker actually yesterday picking... Was it Daywalker? Don't remember. I think that's kind of a trick with like giving Huns there, right? DMs will... Oh, Huns! I jump at it. They don't get Treadmill Crane, guys. But yeah. I think that's the reasoning behind picking Huns as one of the options. Is like, oh, everybody prefers to play Huns. They'll pick Huns, even though it's not the best choice. Alright, what's happening in this game? 50 military out for True, expected for the Hun player to have more heavy rack start with 3 stables. Not a bad choice in a Spanish mirror, I would say. Callan's market there was massively delayed, but does get it up in the end. Let's see who got the market. True did get it, 2,500. I think there would have been an opportunity for Daywalker to steal the market. Didn't go for it though. Market can be strong with Spanish, but 99% of my knowledge is about mirror matches. So, not too sure how Huns versus Spanish really works. Team game, I would prefer Spanish, but that's also because of the trading bonus, and that obviously doesn't play too much of a role in the 1v1. Yeah, 2 paladins there patrolling that relic. First engagement here. Mainly an even trade. Probably a bit better for True at the start. Now he lost his Halberdiers, preserves his CA. Yeah, getting some paladins with only Habs seems fine to me. His paladins still at home. Also some Cav Archers. That gold not too nice for Callan. That gold not too nice for Daywalker. So kind of influenced by that. And get your Relics emote. Relics emotes out because Daywalker is stealing that relic. Can't have these Cav Archers not shooting them. We'll give the relic to Spanish. But you know what? You know what technology Huns get nowadays? Atheism. And that means these things. We mock your puny achievements for getting the relics, Mr. Daywalker. They will produce 50% less gold. Both players getting set up here. Cogs and Paladins versus 16 Cav Archers. Daywalker will preserve control of that hill to the right there. And some action in the middle there, and really nice control from True over that hill. And that gold's super annoying, right? To like have it safely, Daywalker needs this hill and that hill. And Callan played a little bit as if he would be interested in that one, and he just took this one. I'm asking myself why he's not castling it though. He has the stone for castle. Wow, he did sell all the stone? Oh no, 2,400, never mind, I was in the wrong POV. But that's a strong army now. Cav Archers, Rams are out. Kong sitting nicely behind that one there though. So that isn't looking too shabby for Callan here actually. Big push coming down through the middle there. Has the siege rams in position. Map control looking really good for True. Also patrolling that gold. Now getting a castle up on that hill and that hill simultaneously. Well, I'm late and I can't talk. Really sorry guys. I will need co-casters at some point, so yeah, people in the chat interested in co-casting probably when we go to the live series, because we're still playing patch up here a bit. Shoot me PM. Now that relic for True, who will actually get the full relic gold. Push has been stopped there. Nice work from Daywalker. Both close to full pop. Daywalker only 170 though. Villagers pretty similar. 15 on food as opposed to 15 on food. So farming development exactly the same. Callan has the hill here. I don't exactly know how Conquistador match over against Caravagers. I think Caravagers should be better, right? $90 HP versus 80 HP. 11 attack versus 18. 6 pierce armor versus 4. Well, actually, like, the Conquistadors seem way better. Or am I missing anything here? Okay, now this game is really calmed down, so let's go to double speed. Okay, never mind. Wrong moment. Whoa, wrong moment to speed up, Mr. Honor. That's some amazing shots there. Bringing them into the castle to heal is a nice move, but losing all those CA being clumped up there, not a nice move, but a nice move from Daywalker to bring out these 3 onagers there. Oops, that might have sounded strange. I had to turn the heater on. And yeah, now the siege drums. What is Callan doing? Like, he's sitting at 200 pop. He can't get more than 77 vills. And, well, I guess he's just doing Callan things, right? 2,700 gold and counting. You have estimates in the chat of how high the highest gold count of Callan will be in this game. Fire rate and accuracy also cost. Yeah, that's good points. Yeah, comms are pretty pricey, right? Like 60, 70 or something? 60 food, 70 gold or something? Not really playing too much Spanish. But yeah, fire rate is really my point. Yeah, they're really slow to fire, right? Which makes them annoying to micro against helps as well. Okay, one Conquistador stopping this castle here. That actually kind of controls this gold, so not too unimportant this hill. Otherwise, full map control for Callan, sending some parts of his army over to deal with that. While, well, that doesn't work without siege, Mr. Daywalker. And yeah, siege now here in the middle will be very slow though. At least we're somewhat taking that gold from Daywalker's perspective. Attempted raid there. Kong's doing really well at surviving the defense against the raid. Callan still just comfortably, like, he's just, I have the map. And we're at 3k now and counting. Plus all these paladins in the queue. So it's more like 5k gold. While on the other hand side, we have Daywalker sitting at, he says 50 on it, but sitting at like 2k gold, maybe 2.5k with his Q. And this wreck thing, since the last patch, super annoying. I'm just a bit switching around between the two speeds, because like the speed that it's actually played at is in the middle of these two. Because that's not 2.5 if I press that. That's like, it's played in RM speed. I think 1.7. That being dealt with there, 2-0 the left. Now some attacks on the traps here. But this castle is not on the hill, but still somewhat controlling the hill for True there. So yeah, Huns, at least if they have all the hills on the map, don't seem to be doing that bad against the Spanish. Can't really raid too much with Huns against, or can't really raid too much against Spanish, because these guys have supremacy. Very hard to kill these villagers as opposed to a normal villager. Not too hard to kill Hun castles. On the other hand side, not getting that many upgrades. 5,000 HP only, as opposed to a Spanish castle who has 7,000 HP. Which is what I should say. But Daywalker slowly grinding back to position in this game, is contesting that gold to the left side there now. Also has some paladins here, walking around that gold there. And some ramps here. So quite a nice push out, being stopped in the middle there though. And that will also be dealt with now, so this gold can be taken again by Karen. Who's harassing this gold now? Castle there did fall. Big thing, because that's the home goals, right? These are the neutral goals, there and there. Karen's still not taking that one, I wonder why. These conks have been there forever now, while we are attempting a paladin raid. Relics, 3 fully working relics for True, 1 half working relic because of atheism for Daywalker. Where's the 5th relic? Oh, don't tell me it's next to the monastery. No way! Monk who sniped there. Oh, that's so hard to see. Spam some relics emotes maybe to help Daywalker find this one. Now we're attempting to raid the supremacy villagers. And look at that, right? Paladin normally 2 hits a villager. And Spanish is just, oh, I'm just comfortably walking home to my TC. I don't care you're even there. I will just get into a TC with like 5 hit points left. You can't kill me. But what we can kill is this castle there. Desperate attempts from Daywalker to preserve his gold here. And let us look at that number for Kellen again. 3.3k gold still. Bit underwhelming, right? We're not getting to that 10k we're used to. But yeah, I don't know how he got kicked into loser bracket. That wasn't casted yesterday. Probably will cast it tomorrow as one of the forgotten series. But maybe he did the same thing, overgoing for that 10k gold again as he did in Horse Wars against Coming. And that, at least in my opinion, was his downfall there. Trolling a bit, maybe. He didn't want to say it, but yeah, my interpretation of Horse Wars isn't really the most important thing. We're casting an S tier tournament here, and that was a C tier one. So yeah, but looking good for Kellen in this game too as well. Making Huns work finally. I think I've seen so many Huns versus something else matchups now in Deathmatch World Cup, like yesterday and on Friday. I don't think the Huns ever won really. It looked really strong with Jitba against Nilly. But even against Jitba's Huns, Nilly managed to edge a win out with Goss. Hey, welcome Kinky. Don't really know what's going on in the rest of the world right now. So many DM series happening. We are casting Daywalker against True. Round 3 loser bracket here, because yeah, didn't work to catch up to Cheddar versus Bra. And I'm super interested, because this will be either Daywalker or True leaving Deathmatch World Cup earlier than everybody would have assumed. So, big series for 2 of the most watched players from a deathmatch point of view. Overlay? I've been in this game for ages. Why has nobody told me? Obviously, always the students to blame, never the teacher. Who is not to blame? That's true. Not for his map control, at least. Like, is there any hill that Tato has? I guess the one directly in his base. Look at the map, like every hill is blue. Well, I guess this one isn't, but that would be rather an Ensu castle on that. Let's speed this up a bit, see if Daywalker can escape his shell. Good as him for biting that gold. Still hasn't found that relic. Now Callan's taking this gold. These conks have been here since the start of the game, basically. And there isn't even too much going on. Like, it doesn't look good for Daywalker, but I feel like there's these downtimes in this game where he could see things like this relic, or... Oh, he's seen these conks. Never mind, and True... I guess lost only 1 will to that. But now, actually, we have red hill. Red on a hill. Something we barely saw in this game. A good number of conquistadors there. Also sniping the trebuchet. But now the big push is coming in. 8 Rams, Halberdiers, Paladins, everything. And against so many passes, even the Supremacy Villagers are falling here. Castle being taken down by a massive Ram attack. I think that should close the game out. 600 gold left, 14 food, only Halberdiers in the queue against 1000 gold left. It's not really the 10k I expected, but we have Paladins queued, we have Onagers queued. Wait, we're playing Huns. We have Mangonels queued. What is this? That's a bit of a disgrace, isn't it? Is that on purpose? It must be a misclick, right? He wanted to make Rams. But, okay, Tato back on that gold. Kellen now getting a castle up here. I think like his objective should be enough, like keeping all the hills. And then late game... Well, you can arguably Huns have worse trash than Spanish. Ooh, what is the Spanish texture on skirmishers? I'm not really sure, but Ken had so much more gold this game. He has the like gold heavy units, right? He has Trebuchet here, Cav Archers here as well. As we have few jitters in the game again, and now we're doing a three sides attack. Beautiful. I love 3 sides attacks. Trebuchet here, Trebuchet here, and main army here. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's playing Spanish. I think that's part of the issue. Part of the issue is I tried to cast Tato series, and part of the issue is like Daywalker's playing Spanish. And I'm thinking like Tato is Spanish. Daywalker is from England. Have way worse trash? Yeah, that's what I assumed, right? But it doesn't look like Kellen really needs the trash. That's just Magadel here now. Magadel fighting from the Huns against Spanish. Isn't that beautiful? But yeah, I think from Kellen's standpoint, this is even more beautiful. Putting him off that gold again. It's not too much left anyways. 300 gold there. 200 gold versus 400. We also have a 3-1 relic advantage. So, which is... counting into Anarchy, and this relic still not being collected, it's a 3-0 relic advantage, actually, because the monasteries died. And before that, it was 3-0.5. Spanish get 2 more Pierce Armor on helps. Yeah, Huns don't. Skirmishers also not fully upgraded, right? Because the Cav Archers also lack a defense upgrade, so the skirms do too. So also better trash for Spanish. That's actually a good reason to go for Spanish. So, especially like for a player like you, Cameron. But you changed your style a bit for World Cup, I think. You played way more aggressive than before. Also depending on playing against RMers, I think. But yeah, having good trash is important. You can approach the game otherwise. But having full map control is also important. Because that means you have the gold to not have to go exclusively trash. And now Callens has to resort to trash, but he also still has some Cav Archers alive. I guess there's also good job from Daywalker to keep these Kongs alive. But he can afford more siege long term. Also still has this pocket of Cav Archers there. A little trap battle here on the right. While that gold's finally been taken away, but it's also mainly being collected. And some nicely shooting castles there with the Kongs in it for Daywalker. Well, they collect that relic. Now it's gonna get exciting. Will we see that one now? I think the monk's going there. I think by putting the relic out, Callum might have done a mistake actually, and never mind. Never mind. Oh, that relic is so frustrating. Now the Kongs looking to defend there on the right. I don't really see, like, where's wood control? We're very heavy on these wood lines here for Daywalker, and that's the only 3 that he has. Cannon is contesting these. and the rest of the map is his anyways, right? This one could be potentially contested. This one trap has been working on that castle for ages. The trap to the right has been dealt with now. Yeah, now 4 more ramps through the middle. Trebuchet getting killed again. Daywalker doing a really, really good job with his 17 conks here. You have to applaud that. But like the control that True has so much better. I think he should not lose this. And the castle stays up. 3 more ramps there. Might go for that. Try another ram here as well. And yeah, that castle. Would you guys in like True's position intentionally not kill that castle for him not to see the relic? Probably not. I mean, he's against Hun, so his relics aren't worth that much anyways. Oh, losing that castle is big. That opens up the farm eco, and maybe even more importantly at this point, opens up the woodlines. Alp skirmish ward, Cav archers struggle against the most. Makes sense. For mid-game even, okay. Yeah, speed is indeed an issue, right? And you're playing against full map control here, so conks at least have the mobility. And if you can keep them alive, they should be a strong unit. Now, the skirms are actually made by True. True, rather big fan of skirmishers in DM compared to many others. Sorry for all the lag issues I have today, guys. Ram push is being prepared here on the left. Also, wait, that was right. Rams are being prepared on both sides. Let's just say that. And yeah, this is quite a long one. But it's also quite a game where I feel like True has everything in his pocket to win. Daywalker's just holding on. He has the better trash. I mean, that's the point you could make for him, but he has less relics and there's like 1.3k gold at this stage. Just kind of big and a lot of siege still for Kelly. Watch this a bit on faster speed. Oh, that Skirmass might be in danger. Nice addition of Hussar play there. Daywalker should know his guns are better. I don't see a single archery interface. But then, I mean, the Hun Hussar is still good, right? They have fully upgraded Hussar, which is the unit to counter skirmishes. Why he would make Hussar for fighting? Would. You accidentally said the right thing. Why he would make Hussar for fighting. That's the only wood pile he has. And also, like, I don't disagree with him against the skirmishers, really. He still has the Conquistadors against the Helps. Ram attack here, but some rams for the defense for Daywalker as well. Cleaning that up. The rams on the side still haven't come into play. Let's see how many we have. 3 in this one. So 4 on the left and 2 on the right. Our ram go for Daywalker in the middle, who at some point will have to get another woodland in this one here. Cascade axes this one right now. Push comes to shove, but he's pushing up that hill there. Mainly skirmishers for True, not the most impressive army. And we have Hussar, we have Halberdiers, they kinda, ooh, nice one. jump into the castle, jump out, get some good hits on the last gold units of Mr. Daywalker, who can't replenish them. No real gold income anymore. 1 relic, that's it. Oh, 2 relics. He found it. Let's applaud that. Get like 2 relics emote in the chat, maybe. Okay, nobody's doing emotes today. I think probably most people are watching the other series. So much happening same time. VOD will probably be more popular. I will highlight the series. And hello to everybody watching on either highlight or YouTube. Because this will eventually go to YouTube. Daywalker still staying alive. That ramp push here being defended quite nicely too as well. Thanks, Cameron, for the 2 relics. And that should... Well, is it 2 relics or is it 1? Is the question, right? We have Anarchy, so it's reduced by 50%. So even though it says there's 2 relics in here, it's you only get the gold from 1 of them. Another castle for Karen on that hill there. Still has gold for 2 more castles. Oh, that's big. And also preserving like 1k gold still, going for more rams. Yeah, I can't see Daywalker winning this. Like so much more siege that Kellen can afford here. Two more relics. Well, that's more than Daywalker has. Game was longer than I expected. I already used the restroom. I'll have to do a small break after this. Yeah, but like, what can Daywalker do? Trying to get to that woodland there now. Being intercepted by Hussars. He can still take that one, but Kellen can also raid that one. Villager count still quite similar. 104, 108. So same villager count for both here. And Camrat dividing his emotes by 2. And that trebuchet will fall to Daywalker. Well, Ken has exhausted his gold now, but Daywalker cannot get out there, cannot get wood anywhere anymore. Still has 45 like normally on wood, but they're all being killed here. And he does end up calling it, was it long game? But I felt like Kellen had an advantage all the way with his map control. And like 1 game away is Mr. Daywalker of being out of Deathmatch World Cup for fairly early. Round 3 of the lower bracket, while Kellen looking like he can make it happen again, squash through the lower bracket like he did Deathmatch World Cup 3 to become 3rd in that one, like he did in Deathmatch World Cup 2 as well. Alright, I will have to take a quick break, quick bathroom break, then we hop into game 3. I have the rec for that. Still, we are at Daywalker against Kellen, aka True. I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. Alrighty, there we are back again. True leading 2-0 against Daywalker. So Daywalker fighting for his tournament life now in game 3. These are wrecks, but they just happened. Oh, no way. No way. Hans versus Goss again. Kellen picked Hans versus Goss. So if Daywalker paid any attention, he picked the Goss. And he did. Kellen, I think he wants to prove to us that you could win. That you can win with Hans vs. Goss. It has indeed. I also have a brackets command links to Wikipedia, but it asks you not to spoil in here. So, welcome to game 3. True against Daywalker. And he's picking Hans and Goss, Kellen was. And obviously Daywalker picked the Civ that won every Hans vs. Goss matchup so far. And there's been quite a few, which is the best Civ in deathmatch, at least the most fun to play, in my opinion. It is Goss, 6 racks and 19 houses already laid down. And we have an early market for True. I think you have to win the game with a big market push. Hans vs. Goss, kind of your only chance. Because I'm a really big fan of Goss in this matchup. That villager having a rough time. Yeah, well, let's at least get 2 hits on the stable, right? Probably try to quick roll that. Super annoying scout there from Mr. Daywalker, who has to win this game to still be in Deathmatch World Cup 4. And I know Daywalker was thinking really hard about whether he would join this tournament or not. And he said, DM doesn't need me to finish 5th or 6th place again in another World Cup. If he... Yeah, I mean, in order to do that, he has to win this game. 7 racks even, so a maximum amount that you can get pumping out Halberdier Huskar combination, which is the deadly one in this matchup. Kellen going 6 stables, 6 archer ranges, no racks, full market all in. And can he break the Goss, who have won every Hans vs. Goss matchups? It's like his scout is still alive. Still have True Scout running around here. Some stuff trying to be annoying, right? The goal here is to stop any farming eco from coming up while you prepare that one big push. And I'm surprised that Daywalker didn't attempt to rush at all. I think like with Goss, that makes sense against Hans. Like you can't really rush with Huskars, because Paladin can deal with it, and Helps are just not quick or strong enough to rush. So this is more like this push should win through the game, or the push that's gonna come, or Daywalker should win long term. But let's see how they approach it. Now, why are we camping this hole? Kinda seems odd. I would just mass all army here. That's a bit more realistic for the speed, because the other one is so. Yeah, first engagement there. Nice fight for Kellen. Now comes the big one. And that should be quite some lost paladins. Still, big queue of paladins here. And, oh no, not really queue. There's racks there. That's not enough queue for God. Daywalker, but great fight. Killed all the paladins there in the middle. Now even eating up the Cav archers. And I feel like this is looking really good for the Goss. Because the Huns need to make more magic happen here. Denied all the castles though with those paladins. Some beautiful work by True. Who now there comes the big push that has to work. Otherwise, the Goth player should be the one winning this game. Is it that big though? Only 2 rams coming with it. Everything moving at the speed of the ram. Taking some good engagements here. Now camping that hill. Maybe doesn't want to do the all-in. Maybe he just wants to get like full map control like last game. But here's also that army. 1 castle is up, but that's still denying the farms. And gold not super important for Daywalker. Farms are more important. Like food is the resource cost struggle with way more. But has a good bank of everything still. Heavy is not really a costly unit in anything. So doesn't really need to spend that much. Has army protecting this side and 3 castles on that side. Think Daywalker's buying the time here that he needs, but don't go too far there. But there's 1 Huskar in front taking all the arrow fire. And those hits on the CA are worth it. What was that micro there? I think that actually worked to evade a lot of shots. Crazy shit. Another battle down here. Just switching around between these speeds through, because none of them is real. And it's like you always have to go back with Huns. Because like this combination, you don't want to fight it head on with your paladins. Because you don't want to lose the paladins to the helps. And these things end up shooting units a lot that they can't hurt. The Huskars with 10 PS armor, which are also way cheaper than all of these units there. So yeah, you have to kind of constantly run away, and that gives the Goth player so much control. Now big army here, but it's only 2 rams, and we're at full pop for Kellen. What's the plan here? Here's no siege. Maybe just, okay, we're getting the relics. Still Huns, right? So again, like the relics won't be worth as much for Daywalker here. Take a look at the relic count. 4-0 for True. He's actually playing late game with Huns against Goth. Can that work? What do you think? It's a very interesting game from like an analytical point of view. Now he's camping that hill there. Southern hill is still not taken by anyone really. True's controlling it a bit. Yeah, that fight is okay. And whoa, so much more paladins still there, cute. Now comes the big push for Daywalker to take control of this hill. Has a good amount of traps. Paladins are popping out, but there's Halberdiers there. Castles falls. And at the same time, attack on the farming eco. Kind of getting stuck under that castle. Now Daywalker taking control of that. I think this should be Daywalker's game. I really hope we can actually watch. I can find the wreck of that game for Ordis the Life. Because I don't see Kellen winning this one anymore. It has these paladins saying that it should be Daywalker living another day here, right? Big fight. Okay, Kellen's proving me to be a liar. Also getting the uphill fight there. That shouldn't happen. Daywalker's army out of position, and now, yeah, okay, this is still gold-wise an okay trade. But we're losing all the position, we're losing our push, we're losing our military, 50 to 100 military now. But does True have the siege to snowball this? We need some trebuchets and a big push of our own now. Or are we really just playing this defensive with Huns? I mean, once again, map control better for Kellen. He's taking the gold there. Taking the gold there. Let me turn the heat up a little bit. Oh, we need the heat. As in these deathmatch games. The full pop for Kellen and full map control. He needs all the gold. Take a quick look at the economy stats. 20k gold against 5k gold. But Shield by against nearly also had double the gold. And nearly won with the Gauss. Sniping that trap. Now at least that's control over 1 gold. But what is there to control? 140 gold left and that's it. Still has gold in his base though. So as I said, like for the Goth player, way more important to get the food. We have it. And it's not Kellen who has the 10k gold. It is Daywalker. Look at that bank of food and gold. That's really beautiful. And on the other hand side, Kellen also on 5k gold. Wow, this could go late. Kellen diving in deep now here on the farming economy. But have it is there. So nice reaction for Daywalker, who's looking for some control in the south. People starting to think about wood control. Castle Falls. Some units fighting up here. They had 11k gold, right? I mean, what do you even do with the gold? You only need a few house skulls. But he also has wooded food like thousands. Taking that gold there, even though it doesn't really need it. But late game, like, what can Hans do with trash? Like, nothing. We already established that last game. That their trash is shit. Or their trash is trash, you could say. And yeah, then you can just go full champ. And you can go, like, unlimited amount of champions with that goal. I think it's Khan still keeping this gold army alive here. But he's kinda has to retreat everywhere that Tato comes. No, not to lose it. I'll take another fight uphill. But it's like Habit is killing. Oh, nice drags there. Okay, the drags really help for Khan to make this a decent fight. There was some beautiful micro on that fight. But still, he lost so many paladins. And what did Tato lose? Nothing really. Those units don't cost a lot. And I've played one Hun vs Goth game, like back in the days when I was picking Huns. It was super hard. Like, my opponent wasn't really a great player. Or at least I was clearly the better player, I think. And I tried just to keep like these cav archers alive until his gold was empty. And I managed to edge out a win there, but it was super tough. In skill gap was big towards favoring me. So the skill gap here isn't big, right? It's True against Daywalkers, so two very much top DMers. And even though Daywalkers seemed a bit rusty yesterday, I guess Colin did too. I mean, he's in loser bracket, I didn't see those games, but Chris might have also just beasted it. But yeah, skill isn't like big enough for Hans to win against Goss. Yeah. That was kind of the point I wanted to make. Now we start with the rating. Now we have established map control for Daywalker. We are on that hill. And we can just wait. And Kellen calls it. No. It has not been proven that Huns can win against Goths. Goths still 100% win rate, at least in the games I saw in Deathmatch World Cup for against Goths. Against Goths, 100% win rate against Huns. And we've seen this matchup really like 5, 6, 7 times. Even though 25k gold against 12k, the bank for Mr. Daywalker. Still 11k gold. 10k gold against Kellen is quite funny, guys. Kellen True is known for the I have a big gold bank. You think I'm dead, but I have 10k gold. Move. And even with 5 relics, still 11k gold for Daywalker. Ghost vs. Huns are just that good. Okay, let's see if they are live. Because that's all the wrecks I had, but probably not. Okay, let me try looking on EU2.net. Bear with me a second, guys. So this is 2-1 now. Exciting series, to say. And I'm quickly trying to catch the rest of the games here. So, looks like I have the Rex. For the wreck of the next game. Get it over here. Now we can quickly say that I'm casting the series. And yeah, let's go into game 4. So after a 2-1 lead for Mr. True Daywalker, made it one step closer, and he's the losing player. So Daywalker picked a Hun mirror here on Arabia. And yeah, welcome everybody to game 4 Deathmatch World Cup, True against Daywalker. Who has to leave the World Cup party early? Is the question at hand. And Daywalker picked a Hun mirror. These Huns are very scary, but both of them have probably played Hun Wars against each other since decades. Delaying the stable here a bit. And that villager getting killed there. So one will kill ahead on this side. Daywalker Scout actually being catched, not being too active here. Untypical for him, so True with a slight advantage starting off into this one. Tarkin start for True, Paladin start for Daywalker. Military numbers are better. One villager ahead should help him get to pop. There's like one little speed bump in the middle that does control a gold of True and danger a gold of Daywalker. Rest of the golds are pretty safe for both. So yeah, in that respect, True has to get this hill a bit more, but it's also closer to his TC, so easier to get for him. Pretty even map. Both of True secure relics, one in the absolute middle. Like, this is a very, very even map for both. Probably a bit easier to get this golds than to access that one, so that should favor True here a bit. But yeah, overall pretty even map. That's a nice drag there from Daywalker, but that's also rating 7 to 8. Not too much in terms of villager kill difference there. And that paladin might find some kills. No. Denied. Army's now moving forward. And a castle here by True. Wanting to... What does that hill do? Control the stone and the relic somewhat. Unmirrors, so relics both sides this time with 0.5 efficiency. Big engagement in the middle. Better army numbers for True, but his army is split up. So it should be a good fight for Daywalker there. Actually, really good fight for Daywalker. Let me see if anybody has marketed. Okay, True with more gold, so he's marketed. But not too heavily. True getting that hill. And army numbers still good for him. Where is the market? He has to go to eco earlier. Castle does go up for Daywalker. Expansion earlier for True, also controlling that gold up north and that relic there. Really nice split on the paladins there, and the middle fights seem to be going in Callan's direction here. Now, big push through the middle. 6 rams also on the way. Rams not really out for Daywalker. I guess there is 3. What's in this castle? Some weak cavalry just to heal them up, I suppose. Now getting some more in there for additional arrow fire on targeting the castle on the cavalry very nicely. But can he stop this? Rams are working on the siege workshop. Not really on the castle. Okay, now there's one on the castle. 2 rams of Daywalker are stopping that. This is so weird with the speeds, guys. I will just try to ignore it. Hope you can ignore it too, that I'm speeding up and down all the time. Yeah, Daywalker defends that. Now KD, very good for him. 290 to 240. Even stops that castle there. He has to stop that. It is on one of his goals. Map control overall still better for True, but that's only 2 pylons up top. Could be cleared up. That castle does go up. He is on his kind of neutral resources. Like, he should get that part of the map and Daywalker that part normally. But yes, they're contesting that. Castle on the hill should go up. Trebuchet coming out there. Another castle to protect the gold for Daywalker. Now, bit of a stalemate play here in the middle. Don't think that's a good fight for Daywalker. Well, he's losing only helps, so it's not too bad. That ram was stopped narrowly before killing that trebuchet there. Now Daywalker securing the top with the castle under 2 hills, but he maybe could have made it here. Not really sure. Kind of hard to build castles there. And Hun War, you obviously also can't honor down trees to get a better position, because as we saw earlier, they only get mangadils. True actually made some. The funny thing is, like, you have two very heavy DM players here, and we did not see, besides game 1 was set to Byzantines, we haven't seen a single game without Huns. Hun War galore, guys. Now big trap shoots in the middle. And hit advantage shot for Kellen, so their castle. I guess that's being repaired. He's targeting both at the same time. Kind of smart. Well, Daywalker's not repairing one of them. But I think if he targets... And he's wasting stone. Maybe that's the idea? That would have fallen if he targeted both. But I guess we get that one and that one now. Just some action there. Daywalker secured the top part of the map. Relic count 2 to 0 to true. Not the biggest thing in a Hun War. Both sitting at 200 pop. And both chilling a bit. Daywalker probably happy that he gets all the goals of on his side right now. Not too many woodlands on this map actually, if you look at the map. I think this might go down to wood control. Now the big push for Daywalker. Had some paladins there up front. Not really going for Tarkans. I think this is a situation that you could go for Tarkans in. True still has that position there. Maybe another castle up that hill would be good. Does have 3k stone, so he can easily afford that. But he's not being pushed there. Oh, no, he is. But he is pushing Daywalker back in the middle. Really, really close game. Daywalker has mined that gold, so the important part of this middle will soon end. And I expect once that gold is empty, sides to become way more important and raids. That castle's about to fall. Now some Tarkans on the way there for Kellen. And big push here. Lots of rams. Should fall that castle there. And that could be a snowbally push there for Daywalker. That could be where he wins the game. Military numbers a little ahead only, but diversion of the attention. Something there, something here. Not too biggest numbers away from that, but where's the army in the middle for Kellen? That's like 13 cav archers, everything that is defending here. And that hill. Still even gold there, but it opens up the base, right? All the farming eco is here. Everything was kind of built towards that hill. So yeah, but Kellen, 2 castles going up, securing that back. Now working on that castle. All the swings in this game. It's a really, really good Hun War, guys. 2 of the top deathmatch player, probably 2 of not the best Hun War players in the world going at each other in the $10k tournament. And yeah, more raids coming in here. These cav archers. This hill. So many people died fighting for this hill there. Still 200 pop for Daywalker. Only 170 for the player in the blue. Rams going forward here. That is quite nice. But so many cav archers popping out of that castle now for Daywalker. Rams are a bit of a problem. Might even kill that castle. Where are we going? No, will not kill it like that. And Habitats are on the job here. That cav archers still being annoying, but so far only snacking something. Wants to get out the relics there maybe, but I think they're just idling a bit with all the action going on here in the middle. Spreading out to forward wood lines is true, so you can see that he's thinking about wood control. Even some strange farms there up top now for Daywalker. Massive fights in the middle for trebuchets. Could be a deadly number. More rams coming in too. Rams fighting rams. Still on the top of the hill is True, and does manage to control the hill back again. That castle being really annoying. Has cav archers in it and is shooting the opposition's cav archers. Now has to pop out. Will deal with those rams once again. And that should be really good gold value fight for Daywalker. 100 better KD for him. Now going at the farms again. These Cav Archers still there. Oh, Gotti. Where are the relic emotes? He killed that. That was intentional. He killed that monastery and is stealing that relic from it. What a beast. But on the other hand side, Daywalker still on the middle, now has the hill. And Callan has it once again. This is such a close game. This is probably one of the best DM games I've seen. I know we all saw a lot of Hun Mirrors, but this is another level of Hun Mirrors. And it's super sad that the tournament life of one of these two has to end today in Deathmatch World Cup 4. Because like how they are playing this match, can't imagine many people playing that better. Oh, farm's running out for Callan here. Another big ram go. Will he get the castle this time? Some repairs. I think he will get it this time, yeah. Alright, so now let's first get we're going to a trash wars. And another ram go up top here. Still 2 woodlands, still even gold there. In the middle, dominated by skirmishers now. Both having not perfectly upgraded skirmishers, not perfectly upgraded halves now. Lacking a defense upgrade on both. What a game. Daywalker defending the top. True defending the middle. Bottom, not too much fought over. Ken has a nice castle there to get some wood control. And now raiding the farming eco. 50 farms for True, 60 farms for Daywalker, who's now massively investing in Hussar. So welcome to the raiding game. That's what we're probably gonna see. So far, Daywalker hasn't raided too much. Still has a heavy, like, slow trash army here, while Callan's moving around to the north now. Feels like Callan has so much more control. But that army's scary for Daywalker. Villager count is absolutely even, so the army sizes are 2s. Both are on 200 pop exactly. But that army's scary from Daywalker there. Callan trying to raid way more. Couldn't really get hold of that castle up north. No, very damaged ram moving in there. And we have better amount of rams, 4 rams for Daywalker. Relic count after the relic steal, 4-1. So long term, True looking better. Minding ourselves that that's actually not a 4-1, but a 2 to 0.5 relic lead. Because of atheism. That ram push to the south being stopped, to the middle being stopped too. Whew. Another really long game. This is a best of 5, but we're probably outlasting some of the semifinals here. Which are best of 7. Anybody's game to take. If you have opinions who might take this game in the chat, feel free to ask them. Nice right there by Daywalker. Farming eco quite tidy, not as tidy as we saw True do it too, but also not that protected, right? This region doesn't even have a TC. This castle here might fall, even 2 rams on that, and that ram's being attacked by hussars there. But also raids coming in on the other side, running into Halberdiers though, running into Hussars. Really nice defense against the raids from Daywalker. Strong play there, but I think the Rams on his push here are getting dealt with. Indeed they are. 50 minutes in, we're full on Trash War mode. 2 Cav Archers for True, the only gold units in the queues. Now, time for True to start some raids again. I like the eco defense setup for Daywalker a bit better. This region is vulnerable, but True is not really raiding that. And this region is more vulnerable. Also, the woodlands. Way better protection on Daywalker's side. That castle for Kellen's now gonna fall. Giving more map control to Daywalker, giving him these 2 woodlands. And this is officially a wood game now. We see people raiding woodlands with Hussar. And coming in there. Looking good for Daywalker. I think Daywalker is staying in this. I think we might see a 2 True series here. Might be going to game 5. Oh god, that would be so clutch. Game 5. Either Daywalker or Kellen is out of Deathmatch World Cup 4. Kellen really set out like he thought he would face the Viper now finally in the World Cup. But he might fall to freaking Chris and Daywalker. Surely not his expectation. Saying that, going a bit into Kellen's favor again, but he's only at this side, like this. Still working. South has a lot of woodlands. Okay, True depleted a fair amount of them, but these ones can now be taken. Another ramp push. Being stopped there. What a close Hun War. Like, still 60 minutes, maps divided evenly, ramp pushes being defended everywhere. Now raid here to get control of that wood. Raid here, looking for the farms, maybe even going for the relics, but I don't think that's possible because there's helps on it. Yeah, just some attacks like everywhere. They're being dealt with as well. Also, like the defense for the raids for both so great, and the tower attempt by Daywalker was also stopped. They're just stopping everything. Okay, this wasn't stopped. That's good damage there for Kellen. On that wood. Let's try to see how much wood they have. Still, this one is quite a bit, and these 2 safe ones for Daywalker. Safe wood for Kellen. That one's not that safe, but it's in the back, and everything down here is depleted. So Kellen's struggling more for wood. Kinda needs this wood or that one there. That's why Daywalker is going for that. Fighting for the southwood now. But it is everywhere. It's the same villager number, same army number. But I think the wood positioning is better for Daywalker. Saying Akal's now on that one. Is this hard to call? This is so impossible to call. Can't stress enough how top level this game is. And a lot on the line too. Staying in Deathmatch World Cup 4 in round 3 of the lower brackets, so it's round of 16 I think. 24 minus 8, yeah. Now that wood line being raided too. This one has no villagers on it. That's a lot of ramps for Callan. Oh, but he's losing them all to the Halberdiers. God, this is like starting to remind me of the Deathmatch World Cup 3 game between True and Tedo. Yeah, 2-hour-long Ghost War. We are over 1 hour Hun War now. And going down the wood. We have Rams attacking lumber camp. Skirmishers being eaten now, another pushback. And now we also have Halberdiers here, we have wood choppers here! That's like stealing, right? Officially crime. And that one there too. Now every woodland has people from Daywalker on it, and I think that's it. I think that's game 5. There's still somebody out there watching this amazing series. What do you think? Is this going to go to game 5? Might Callan go out of Deathmatch World Cup as 12th to 16th place? Or Daywalker? I mean, Daywalker might not go out here, because I think he has the edge now. Population 4, both dropping actually a bit. Daywalker quicker up to 200 again. Has a lot of things stuff in the queue still. Running out of wood, food, no resources. For True. Daywalker still got queue. No queue for Callan. But Callan got a castle up here. Getting access to that wood line. Preserving the stone was worth it. Getting another castle here too. He wants to end the game with 2 castles going up, but that one should be denied. I think he should delete it and stop building it. That's so much stone wasted trying to build that. And like 1 ram can come out here. Is he making a ram there? No. Also, Callan has 4 relics, so he's probably feeling good. Still has this wood line there. Now Daywalker coming in here up top. And the castles are what's looking good for Callan. But the queue isn't. The resources aren't. 42 on farms against 60 on farms. More villagers, queue 2 for Daywalker. So many units in the queue. And he also, Callan has the relics, right? 4 relics to 1. Assuming that one was gathered again by Daywalker, it was. Castle was denied up top. Castle standing here, some safe wood for Callan. But the unprotected farms I was talking about. Oh god. That might be it. I think that might be it. I can't see Callan really holding this. But he's still at 180 par. Still also has a large army there. I think Daywalker is ahead, but since Callan still has that wood here, still has that army up top there too. Really, really good one. Now getting more control up top for Callan. So that's 35 on wood, but that castle is gonna fall. 2 traps out there. Enough army to protect it. Callan has army up top, still on that wood line. Wood lines for Daywalker. These one up top. And that's... Is that it? Oh no, he's on the middle one as well. Trebuchet trying to defend that. Don't really think he can hold it. Still has stone to repair? No, doesn't. Out of stone now. That means that castle there is probably gonna fall. One trap isn't firing. Oh god, that trap might die. What a mistake! 200 gold, so worth at this point. But that Q is like really saying Daywalker should still be confident. But loses. Wait, that trap? Okay, kill that trap and then kill that building. We still have one trap firing now. Army coming over here, and that's the time to empty this wood line for Daywalker. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I think Daywalker should be the one taking this. Let's make it a bit faster. Yeah, I can't really access that trap. I mean, if fighting skirmishers, halberdiers, it's a good fight for Callan. Has 3 rams there, but what are they gonna do? Can't really protect him from the melee units. Now the hussar are on it. Castle has fallen, still being nuisance up top. But if that wood is empty and that gets cleared, Callan has no access to wood. 16 on wood versus 37. What's the wood price? Still low. And Callan still has 4 relics. Now, some activity from Callan up top. Oh, trying to go for that castle even. That's quite daring, but the trebuchet stays up. Skirmish is actually dealing with the trebuchet here. And if that castle falls, that would open up the south of the base. But I think another ram push will be stopped here. And indeed it will be on the north. That wood line being fought over. Daywalker getting it now. And guys, on the VOD, it's probably everybody's watching the semifinals right now. This, you shouldn't miss this series. You have a chance, watch it back. I think Daywalker will get that southern wood now. 6 on the wood only for True. That wood is empty. That wood has even been TC'd by Daywalker, and that wood is being taken by Daywalker too. Where's Callan gonna get his wood? Nothing on the queue for True, and he calls the GG. What an insane game. 1 hour 32 Hun War. And you know what that means. Game 5. Callan on the bridge, on the verge of exiting Deathmatch World Cup for Daywalker. The same. Game 5, all to fight for. What a series. What a crazy, crazy close Hun War. Looked pretty good for Callan at the start with these hills. So many swings around that middle hill. Then the side play wood control. Very much up in the air. Callan with the 2 castles here looked like he could come back. That one was denied. And then Daywalker finally cleaning it up at both sides, having more food and wood in the bank really, and always better Q. Manages to win against the 4 relics, even though we had that amazing steal from Callan here. What a crazy game. Hello bricks. Yeah, I have to get some more water, and then we're gonna see a game 5. Like Scout, so I didn't expect it to be this close. It can be right. Both such beasts with Huns. And yeah, 2-2 is a surprise though. Like Callan is the favorite. Both haven't lived up to the expectations so far in this tournament. Yeah, game 5 up in the air. Be right back. Hype. Hey guys, I hope you didn't run away to another series. I'm sure there's so much amazing deathmatch to watch today. But we have Game 5, True versus Daywalker. I expected a lot of this series, and it has completely paid us off so far. Insanity. We're going to the Game 5 happening today, and it is the best match that can happen in DM, at least, you know, in my opinion. We have a Goth War as Game 5. What was that? Was that a break? A pause? We don't need pauses. We're into Game 5. True against Daywalker. One of them is out of the tournament, and what could be the best deciding game? Of course, a Goth War. Really big hill in the middle there. Look at that, the eagle. Almost touching the ground. Forward main gold. Forward, really problematic gold next to that hill for Daywalker. Daywalker has to get hold of that hill, but hill's not that important in a Goth War. You don't have like units that shoot arrows. Castle's not doing too much against them. Halberdiers dealing with the scout over here. Daywalker also not losing a villager. You shouldn't really in a Goth War if your health control is right. Help does come out so fast. Rush a bit quicker from True, but 2 lines coming from Daywalker. Where's the second line for Mr. True? Sure, that is only 1 raiding line here while we have 2 for Daywalker. Daywalker getting housed at 30 pop though. Really not optimal. I hope we are on the right scene. Yep, everything's looking fine. Game 5, Daywalker against True. Now, the rush, very important part here. Looking better for True, actually. Don't know where his villagers are, but both getting a good amount of kills. Now, his rush was a bit earlier, but the one from Daywalker looked deadlier, but actually evened out 7-7, completely even after the rush. Pop cap, also important part, 80-80. These two, they are just like so neck to neck here. Like, you can't imagine closer games than the Hun War we just saw. And the start of this Goth War, build order wise, 7 racks against 7. Same build order, basically. 5 siege workshops on the way against only 3 for True, 1 up for each. No, 3 up already for Daywalker. That should favor him, but a bit quicker on the hill. Gets the hill advantage here in the first fight. Mr. True has less army, but plus 25 defense output and minus 25 for Daywalker. Great fight for True there. Should give him control of that hill, and that would be trouble for Daywalker. Side racks being built by both, intertwining. What a neck-to-neck series, guys. Both these players so strong in deathmatch. One of them will have to leave Deathmatch World Cup fairly earlier than they are in the last one. In the last one, I think Daywalker making top 6 and True made 3rd place. This is super high level, $10,000 tournament all to play for. Now, more siege out for Daywalker, meaning True has to go back. Adding a siege workshop on that hill, doesn't want to risk the stone for castle just yet. And be able to produce some Scorpions, Bombard Cannons, probably on it just forward to deal with the opposition's Scorpions. Siege Workshop numbers 4 to 5, and Daywalker had them up quicker, so siege numbers better for him. Army numbers also better looking for Daywalker, but he's heavily being dragged here by these guys. Raids already coming in from the barracks for Daywalker, who denied this one here. Same side, other side. Raids coming in from the racks of True. Good reaction there by True, instantly on it with the champions. In the middle hill, Daywalker looking to take over. I'm interested, is an Onager being produced here? Indeed. 3 Onagers on the way. That could be big if he could snipe the Scorpions. 91%. Let's watch this one. Oh, comes out at the wrong side. But still gets it. At least 1 kill there. Can he get another shot off? Not being controlled. might be overrun at the south bit, and those Scorpions working there. Onager now also out for Daywalker, but the hill control by the Onagers of the Siege Workshops. What a good move for True. True now has the numbers 140, 260. Does that mean Callan narrowly survives in this series? Hypecaster order is back. Castle being denied. Good, good. I like that castle on the gold, but can be trapped from the hill. Callan eventually will add a castle on this hill, I'm sure. Adding one here, there now. I think he's in a position to add a castle up that hill now. Dragging some army there, letting it somewhere else. Really, if he can get that position trap, or... I mean, bombard cannons would also work, right? Has resource, nothing in the queue for True. Bit of a misplay there. Still 3k gold versus no gold, but it's in the queue. Bombard cannons also being queued now, but are still behind Scorpions at that part. Daywalker's castle there did not go up. Magnolia, welcome with the trap emotes. Indeed, that is what we are calling for Callan on this hill now. At the castle, at least the first steps to traps, is what we have here. Oh, Casva, some prominence in the chat. People flocking to the 2-2 series, and the question if Callan will survive this in this series. If yes, or like whoever wins, we might just jump into the round of 12 after this one live, because I'm sure like the semifinals are probably covered somewhere else. But let's see, can Callan survive? Can Daywalker survive? Sadly, very much sadly, one of these two Legends of DM will have to go out of Dash Match World Cup 4 in this one, as narrowly as Casva also went out in the decider match that we casted last Sunday against Improvise. But also great series. If you have time, it will be on YouTube soon, so you can watch it back there, also on my VOD. Callan has nice siege up top there now. Military numbers 100 to 80. Thank you so much, Casva. And hello, Polar? I'm not Polar. Probably Polar's in the chat. Polar's casting is indeed great. I don't know about mine, but looks like Callan might edge this out. Has champions there to the left as well, and that position seems really hard to break. Bombard cannons, onagers, everything there in place, and this gold in danger. Also monasteries. Let's see what's up with the relics. 2 for True, 0 for Daywalker here. One relic in the middle of the battle, and the other ones are here. Thank you, Brix. You might not have the verified tag, but you have my heart. No, don't worry. I think he probably doesn't want to say other. That trap going down. Yeah, like what can Daywalker do? We probably can't get back this hill. We still need to fight this, right? It's that gold here. He's heavily on it because he wants to get like this problem out of the way to make it to late game. I just made the YouTube channel new, guys, but it's not too much on it. I really have to upload more series, but I will upload all the Deathmatch World Cup series that I casted. I think there's just 2 right now, just the Camry Velez and Camry Winchester, but there will be like 10, like all the 10 I've casted. I finished like my real life stuff today, so upcoming week I should have time to upload a YouTube video a day and catch up there. So make sure you sub on YouTube. It's free as opposed to Twitch. Is that dodgeball? I wanted to say dodgeball, but nobody's dodging, so it doesn't really count, does it? Position seems so nicely fortified, right? castles. The trap's shooting from there. I mean, good shot to get this trap out of the way from Daywalker. True sitting at only 85 villagers. Farm count 30 for Daywalker, while it is 46 for True. True has more farms with less villagers, meaning he can make more army. Resources, not too shabby, but wow. 3k gold for Daywalker. But do you really need that gold with Huns? Remember the Hun vs Goth game where Daywalker had 11k gold at the end of the game, and he only mined like barely. I think he only mined less gold than he had in the end. Thank you guys. I should sub to your YouTube channel too, I guess, because I'm afraid I haven't done that. Hope to see some more DM content there in the future. Would have loved to see you in the main event. Made a really nice show. Daywalker is actually managing to get most of this gold until now. But now we have Dodgebot. Ken's just waiting with this position here. So many idols for both. I mean, I guess the ones here are explainable, but what is Cal doing? Kind of has forgotten these villages in the TC here. That hill, yeah. I said it right at the start of the game that there's this really big hill. And I'm a bit of an idiot because I paused to get water and then I did something else and didn't actually get the water. Yeah, agree. What should Daywalker do here is the big question. For now, it's just happy as long as he can mine this gold. But he also needs one of the neutral golds. And they are both not being mined, but controlled by True. And that mining camp won't go up. Both at pop, kind of not doing much. True is technically 10 pop away, but that's just nice space to get the units you need. It feels like really impossible to break this position here for Daywalker. Should he try? I don't think so. I think she should just mine the gold and try to raid the food eco. Like, try to get hold of that right side. Set up a base here, maybe a castle and some racks. And he has a hill there and an angle to push like the food eco and this gold from. Better defenses on the left for True, which is the angle where he wants to make something happening. But now, looks like Daywalker is going for the hill. Has the bombard cannons, might get that castle, should get that castle with those bombard cannon hits. So at least we have one of the twin castles in the middle out of the way. And good Scorpion numbers there. Callan Scorpion's not really fighting, staying back there, but it's so many Huskarls against champions. Not the perfect fight. And Scorpion's under the hill now. That's impressive. Nice snipes from Daywalker on those Scorpions. True wanted to make something happen here, but might lose that central hill, but maybe not. Goth just spam some more units towards the middle and hope that your opponent overextends, which these onagers are doing, because they are running into castle fire. That trap's working there. That castle at 300 HP should be repaired. Stone villages are right next to it. Some more losses of infantry here for True. These dangerous Scorpion numbers, but it's under the hill. But better number than Callan has. Will he do something with that to the left? Not too much. Onager and Scorpion on it. Now going for the trebuchet there and also some repairs. Daywalker also repairing that castle. Still has a nice army here. I think he could try to storm the hill now. He is doing that, but the reinforcements for Callan immediately there. Now trying to edge a castle up there with quite some villagers. How many villagers is that? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 villagers. Why True is not focusing on the middle, I don't know. I don't know. He wants to be funky and deny the side goals. He might be throwing that game here a bit. Like, Daywalker should never get this hill. And he is even getting that castle up there. Not too comfortably. But the villagers jump in. Beautiful play. That castle is still there. But now the Scorpions might die if Daywalker does their castle. Infantry numbers good for True in the middle though. Daywalker out for army. Maybe he did invest too much here on the hill. Maybe it was all a trap. And planned by Kellen and not a mistake as Casper thought. And I thought too. But now the infantry is dying between two castles. I mean, this is Housecarls. They can take Castle Fire. Goths don't have the best castles. Better than Han castles, but 5.2 versus 5.8 still doesn't reach a Spanish castle, for example. Let alone the Byzantine castle, which does have the most HP in the game. That castle has no HP in the game anymore. That relic's still there. That relic is sitting on the battlefield since 1982. 3-1 relics for True. But yet 4-1 with that amazing relic steal in the Hun War last game. Daywalker still took it. These games are so close between these two. Yeah, I'm saying these two. Like, it's two of the... arguably two of the best... I would have said going into a tournament, clearly two top 6 deathmatch players. And I feel it's quite a shame they're meeting in this early round, but I mean, you can't blame anybody else. Callan even did the seeding. So. And they just would have had to win in the winner bracket. But I mean, top 16 still isn't bad. But probably both would have expected more here. And in Callan's case, way more. So I think Callan also prepared quite a bit more than Daywalker here. But it looks like he might survive this round. It looks like he has the hill back again. Population 120 now for Daywalker. So if that's under 100, we might see the GG. Well played. Good luck next here, both of these close friends. That gold still not being taken by anyone. What is that villager doing? That mining camp, I said it like 20 minutes ago, will not go up. Oh, not 20 minutes ago, I guess, like 10 minutes ago. True should have the game. That castle also falling. At least Daywalker in the end managed to mine that gold. But will it be important? No food in the bank, 55 on it. 80 farmers for True. And still some gold. 2k gold for Daywalker. But what can you do with gold in a Hun War? If you have in a Goth War. In a Hun War too. I mean, you can't do much with gold without food in a war. But especially with food in a Goth War. In a Hun War without food, you can at least do something. But he's also out of wood. Can't add more farms with that. Might lose that TC there. And both the neutral goals under control of blue. That one finally being mined. But gold isn't the bottleneck in a Goth War usually. It is food. And we have 2,600 food and 80 farmers versus close to 60 farmers and no food in the bank. Which, as a result, means True got the game, but also means to fight a lot. And including that 1.5 hour going to the last wood line almost Hun War in game 4. And yeah, bit of mispicking Civ matchup in game 3. Relic is out as well. Didn't he have 2 relics? No, apparently not. Callan managed to get the one in the middle, so 4-1 relics again. This time it is not a Hun War, so they count fully. No Huns in this game. First game of the series is game 5. I guess game 1 and game 5 didn't feature Huns. 3 games were featuring Huns in this series, and it was ruled out from the rules in game 1 and in game 5 because we had a Hun mirror before. So they played kind of maximum Huns possible. And also 2 times Goss. And it looks like the first time Callan was lacking the Goss to beat Daywalker. And now he has the Goss to beat Daywalker. Still, Daywalker somehow holding into this, and the military numbers are a bit dropping for True. Not the overall major numbers, just the major in the middle. Still has stuff contesting that gold there. But don't see too many ways for Daywalker to get back here. And Daywalker now trying to get that gold. Has 160 pop again, so don't really know why Karen's not finishing him. I guess because he's popped. Overboom there, 140 vills. Probably still wants to warm up a bit more for the next round. That will also happen today. Speed this up a bit so we can look what's going on in the world. After this set, and there it is. GG, well played, good luck in next bud. This is the second time in World Cup that we've seen bud or buddy being used to say GG. Totally necessary information. Kellen making it the narrowest way possible against Daywalker. Amazing series, good luck, thank you, I need it, is what he said, and it breaks my heart. Daywalker is not in Deathmatch World Cup 4 anymore. But yeah, my guess to win Deathmatch World Cup 4 once again was true. So also happy that he didn't get kicked out. Really mixed feelings. Two great deathmatch players that we saw battle it out here. And how crazy were those games. That Hun War, super close Daywalker match to get it. Also really well fought on that Goth War. 3-2 in the end. Daywalker, even with the way better KD, True with the larger army, Daywalker with more gold collected in the end, and also more food for Callum. That's probably the decisive factor. And we have Daywalker in the chat. Thank you so much for these games, man. It breaks my heart, but yeah, I guess I'm lucky for you that you get to watch the games. If that's really how you feel. I can have a co-caster on the next series when a cast probably counts next series, because I assume the semifinals are probably gonna be covered. So I would, like, the plan in my head was if I cast like this Karen vs Daywalker, I would probably continue the path there. But if you guys in chat have input what you want to see next, you're absolutely welcome. It's all good. Don't prepare fully for a tournament, then you lose. Yeah. I mean, I read what you said before, that you were considering if you should enter or not enter because you didn't really have the time to prepare it. Which is quite unfortunate, but he still gave a great show in this series. I mean, that was really well played. Congrats to Callan, but also to you, Daywalker, for that series. And that Hun War, such a great game. Everybody, if you missed it, there's the VOD. I will put it on YouTube. I can understand if you watch like other series, so much going on right now, but definitely check out that Hun War. That, yeah, was like Hun War as top DM as it gets. If you belong to those guys who love Hun War still, and not to those guys who are like find it the same over and over again, or even if you belong to that guys, you probably should watch that game even more, because it can show you the beauty of Hun Wars.